Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to talk about Mytheria, the Clash of Pantheons. So this is an NFT card game with Moba elements that's implemented into the game, which is very interesting. You can actually see the actual gameplay or maybe a sample gameplay that they did in YouTube. So the token actually recently released, and right now it's priced at around $2.93. So give or take, it's almost $3. So price wise, if you're going to look at the token movement, like for the past 3 days, so it has been hovering around this value, which I think is a pretty healthy way of saying that the token is stable in terms of price. But the question is, I don't know if that price is already high or low for the token. I would assume it's going to be low because I don't think there's a lot of circulating supply at the moment, and it is relatively new. So we'll see if the pricing for this game moving forward would be expensive or not, because right now they don't really have any prices available for the possible Pandora's box, they call it. Like if you're gonna purchase Pandora's box, we don't know how much that's gonna cost us and how many cards you can get from that particular box. So they also added a feature in here they call as create and earn from your items. So this is what they call as Godforge, where you can actually have an option here. So they have a contest, they have an artist. So the artist section pretty much allows artists to actually propose designs or even new gods where what they want to add in the game. So what happens there is that maybe once they made a proposal, the community will now be given the ability to actually vote if they want those types of arts, designs, skins, or even skills that's being proposed in the Godforge to be included in the game. Now I do know they have a requirement where they need that design to be, of course, in line with the what Mytheria is, right? And those artists can actually earn from this. So if their skins can get voted, then they can get earnings from that. But it doesn't really explain like the breakdown on how much exactly the artists will be able to earn. Now this is the trailer of the game, which you can actually watch later on, so you can view what exactly the game would look like. All right, let's go through the game at least so you can see what exactly we're looking at. So
and unlock new abilities. Summon more powerful allies on either lane and alter their position to suit your strategy. Awaken your gods and unleash devastating ultimate to turn the tides of battle. At the end of each round, both armies automatically find enemies.
So what happens actually here is that there will be a start phase, right? The prep phase where you can place your cards in. So you will see that they put their cards in here. In there, so you have the gods here. These two are gods, these two are minions. They call it minions. So basically what they explained here is that as long as there's no other cards blocking, let's say this is the enemy card, there's no other cards blocking in its way, and the prep phase, you go into combat phase. So basically it'll go attack straight to the tower that you have. So each team will have 3 towers, and if the enemy is able to destroy 2 towers, or any one of them is able to destroy 2 towers from either side, then that side will win. So what's pretty cool about it is that these heroes actually have skill sets that can be used in the game. I just don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, there's the prep phase, right? So maybe during the prep phase you'll be able to identify or mention like, this is the skills that I want this hero to use once the combat phase starts. So anyway, so that's pretty much the gist of what the game would look like. But again, this is just a demo, right? So we don't really know if this is going to be something that's the final way of the game will look like. But definitely it's something really cool, because you can give additional skill sets to your heroes. You can equip them with different skills. They're not limited to what they have currently, which is pretty awesome. And I think there's a level up system for the hero as well. So I think this is something very cool, and we'll see how this goes once they allow players to actually play the game, and we can see for ourselves really in the actual test if they live up to the expectations. So the unique features that they call here is that it's free to play, so you will be able to actually play. There will be, I think, 40 cards available for you to use. I would assume you're not going to be able to trade those cards, similar to like Splinterlands, right? So that you'll have a base deck that you can actually use to play the game. So you can actually own and trade in auction. This is basically the marketplace. Create new gods, which is the Godforge feature, then champion based card game. So basically these are the gods or heroes that will be used in the game. So play to earn aspect. So there will be PvE, PvP, Battle Royale, and Esports. So the interesting part here is the Battle Royale, meaning that you can actually fight against 7 different players at the same time. I don't know how that's gonna look, because if you look at the preview of the game, I don't know where they're gonna fit that in the game. Maybe it's a bigger board or something like that. So we'll see how that works. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool concept for a game, especially in a card game. Then they have the PvE, where you can just keep playing with computers, and you can level up and earn rewards there. So that's a pretty cool aspect. Pretty much, if I'm going to be a player in this game, I'll probably just spam and abuse the PvE part. Then of course you have the traditional PvP for the game. Now choose your own pantheon. So they have different pantheons. You have the Greek, Norse, Chinese, Egyptian, Vietnamese. So up to you if you want to look into them and see what these skills are available. So the roadmap right now, I think they're already at here, November 2021. So they already had the public sale and it's already available. So the only thing missing now is the gacha and marketplace, which what I'm looking forward to maybe, because I think I would assume the gacha would be where you can buy the Pandora's box, but we don't know how much that's gonna be. So hopefully it's not that expensive, and we can try to get into this game. If it's cheap enough, I will play this game, because I've been reviewing a lot of games right now and I haven't really played much of any of them, but definitely I have to play them at some point, because a lot of them are really interesting, and I think this one is going to be great. So we'll see. Then on December, they're going to do the testing game. I don't know how many people are going to be able to join in or how to join in. Hopefully they bring out the mechanics for that one. Then the public game and the create to earn part of the game will be available in Q1 2022. Then on 2022 onwards, Q2 onwards, then there will be the iOS and Android. They will have the PvE. Oh, they're gonna have the PvE later, so the PvP is just gonna be out first. Okay, that's okay. Then they'll have the tournament arena, conquer mode, guild battle, and land sale. Wow, land sale, that's interesting. So we'll see how this game fares once they do the launch. So hopefully they do well. Partners, they have a lot of partners. They have a lot of investors. Card chain, you can see here, definitely you'll see that their advisor would be Trifarm, which is always the guy you see in my DeFi pad, Fade and Arena. Card chain, yeah, how could I forget? So they have backers, like a lot of backers. All right, so guys, this is like the key indication for you that this game can go far, really far. Okay, so this is why I'm gonna be invested into the game, at least because I've passed out like some of the other games that have good backers as well, and they're doing well. Fate and Arena is also doing well. I would assume they had the sale for their Thetan boxes, and I think it's still ongoing up until today. So if you haven't bought one, you should buy one. I think it's a good investment, at least get one hero, right? So next, these are the advisors. They have Joe Lee, founder of Gosu Online. And again, Trifarm is already here again, who is the founder of Card Chain, and so on. So they have a lot, like it's crazy. Then you have the Mytheria team. You can look into them here. You can try and find them. And I would say due diligence wise, I would recommend you to try to do a bit of research, but I'd say these are as legit as they can get, right? Alright, so that's it for the website. So we can go a bit in detail in the white paper, because the white paper talks about the game, right? So we've already touched on the game itself during the trailer, but I just want to highlight a few items here. So mobile elements, so this is where you can actually add equipments, add abilities for your heroes, and they also mentioned that the heroes can level up. So that's why I don't know how it's gonna work in the game. So they have the prepare phase on each round, then you will have the combat, then it'll go over and over again. So that's how the round system is gonna go. Then tower defend, of course, you will have 3 towers for each side. Then if 2 of those are destroyed, then that side will lose. So your army basically will be gods and minions, and they will actually have spells as well, which is pretty cool. So the abilities are, you can actually assign them. You can you have different options for abilities. Then you can assign which abilities the hero will have in the game. So that's the basic part of it. So play and earn, you'll have the arena mode, which is the ranked mode, conquest, the PvE, PvP mode, then the casual mode, which is the battle royale mode. Then you'll have the other side activities where you do collecting, like daily quest, unlocking abilities, God Forge, and trade. So the marketplace, they actually mentioned here that there's a primary marketplace and there's a secondary marketplace. So the primary marketplace is where you can buy artworks from the artist. I would assume these are the approved ones that you can actually purchase, and the artist will earn from it. Then they'll have the secondary market where you can buy cards to play the game. In the Godforge workshop, so we've already gone through this, so I think the key item here is that you can create your own characters, and through the voting scheme your creation can be chosen to develop into real characters in Mytheria world. So with Godforge, our game will always be upgraded and supplied with new gods, new art for existing god animations, and board game from artists around the world. The tokenomic, the token is already released. So the keynote here in the token allocation is that this is a way to prevent the dumps, right? So that's why I think the token is actually performing okay, because like 10% of the supply went through private, and only 10% of the tokens were unlocked and locked for 3 months, then 10% monthly after. So this is a very good way to control the possible dumps that could happen for their token. Then for their advisors, they're locked for 1 year and vested linearly over 1 year. Then for the team is for over 2 years, which is great. So I think at the end of the day, they did well for the tokenomics for the game. And yeah, I think that's about it for Mytheria. So are you excited about the game? I'm excited. So hopefully for the price of the Pandora's box are not expensive, so I can still get into the game. We don't know how many cards you need, right? So we need to understand that part. So once the sale goes live, and I'll probably do a quick update on the game and see how many cards we need to actually play the game. Alright, with that guys, thank you for watching the video and hope to see you again in our future videos. Stay safe, people.